Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this is Divinity Original Sin 2. And I forgot to save, so let's go ahead and overwrite the save. Alright, let's go right into this.
As you suck the smoke deep into your lungs, your vision starts to swim and cloud. There is an intense pounding in your head, and you can feel the world fading.
Alright, let's do it.
As the world fades away, you lose all sense of being grounded. You reach out, but you could feel yourself falling slowly, sinking into the depths of your own soul.
Huh. Level 16. Well, Ralik's over there. Good for him. %, resistant to physical. That one isn't. That's one down. All right. Okay. Well, good thing I threw away all my freaking fire bombs, so that's not good. Let's okay. Yeah, go freaking Relic, yeah. Oh, I'm suffocating. That's neat. It's resistant by physical armor, that's good for them. Okay, you're now blinded. Do some of that. I'm still suffocating, apparently. Okay. I never even encountered these guys before, by the way. This is all new to me. can be frozen. I don't think I have enough explosives to actually kill this man. Wow, that was interesting. Alright, I got him with Necrofire, so that's good. Oh, and I should, should go ahead and poison him if I can. Alright, now you're poisoned. Anything else I can throw at you? Throw a curse poison flask at you. Oh, I'm out of points. Alright. Alright. Reapply the poison. Reapply the blind. Like I didn't even fight these guys the time I did this part on my other save. So I'm really confused about this. But I'm not that concerned because apparently having all these grenades proved useful. And Ralik's invulnerable apparently. Gonna loot the Void Flare, which is gonna have nothing. Oh wow, I created cursed electrified blood cloud. I'm so creative. Alright. Hey Ralik, what's up?
My champion, you've come not a moment too soon. It's here, even here.
Say the void is as good as done for. You're ready to travel to the well ascension. You can feel it.
We must hurry now. We must race toward the well with all the determination of the eagle diving for its prey. Your prey lies on a far-off shore, at the heart of the Nameless Isle. It is a place no one can reach unless their soul becomes their compass.
He places a hand over your heart, and you suddenly feel it. An unmistakable pull in a new and distant direction.
Tell him you'll not forsake your companions. You'll find a way to work together.
I'm sorry to tell you, but there is no such way. The battle for Divinity is about to begin in earnest. The other gods and their chosen will try to outflank us, just like we must outflank them. But I will be with you, guide you, stand by you. Together we will prevail, you and I. The void will be overcome, and you will be the god of gods. The end is nigh. Don't fail us now.
Alright. We have learned what we must do next. We are to journey to the Nameless Isle. There lies the Council of the Seven and our destiny, the Well of Ascension. We must inform Malady at once so that we can depart. We should talk to the figurehead of the Lady Vengeance in order to summon Malady back on the ship.
You jolt back to the world, stumbling forward. Dark smoke surrounds you, hanging in the air like black fog. This feels wrong.
Oh, I forgot Siva is actually a shop as well. I should have checked on her. Oh, I can. Uh, The prophecy. Dwarven dagger. That. Thank you. I mean, she might drop it, but you never know. Rather play it safe. Okay, back to this.
The Meister's cry cuts through the haze. You look up just in time to see what steps out of the shadows.
Alright, so we got more void flares. These ones are not immune to everything. Yeah, when I was reading up on some stuff, there was a part that was like, hey, these guys are like immune to everything type things. I didn't know what they were talking about because I didn't encounter that encounter I had in the dream. I never had on my other playthrough or my other save. I haven't actually done a full playthrough yet. Not your turn. Okay, we'll just auto sort this for now. Oh, and let's read this. Meister was killed by Voidwoken. There's nothing we could have done to save her. Well, I mean, Losa could have helped, I guess. Anyway, let's not waste any time here. Okay.
Voidwoken! Damnable bloody Voidwoken! Well, that's that. I always knew I'd die for Rivellon. I just didn't expect it was going to be in a small basement. In Driftwood, of all places. At least now you know where to go.
Nah, you'll tell Malady immediately.
Excellent, although do be wary of her. My death may change things for her. She is immensely powerful, and she is on our side, but she will not be pleased about, well, my parting. She may ask you to honor an old bargain that I had struck with her. Do not accept. Her business is with me, and me alone.
She glances at her body once more, a grim look on her face.
You need to go, Godwoken. But I have one last request. My last wish, as it were.
Of course, tell her you'll promise her anything she wants. Lean in closer to hear what she has to say.
I want a statue. Something modest. A simple piece of marble and gold on the steps of the cathedral, glaring out over arcs.
Meister Siever's shoulders slump, a tired, melancholic grin on her muzzle.
I would have liked to see that city again. Just once more.
Grin and tell her you'll see what you can do.
Give them hell, Godwoken.
Alright, well, we got most of our money back. That's nice. Meister's note. Okay, this just has the combination if she happened to die, because you do need to get into this
Seems to
room.
be the code to a safe. Better hang on to this.
And as for you, this is a heck of an upgrade. Alright. Oh, and speaking of upgrades, still have this other thing to do. We'll do, yeah, you have wits and all that, that's fine. You can have that. Manage runes, insert, dodging, I guess. You know what? Do movement. Alright, and what else we got? The ring, that's right. The shiny ring. That's the top one. Yep, we'll replace that one with this. And that should make that better. Okay. Well, that's that. There's one other thing I was going to take a look at that I forgot about. And that was the chest, I think. I don't think we ever opened that. Of course, I say chest when there's actually multiple chests we haven't opened yet. Talk about the one that's in this place. Where is it? This is what I get for being stubborn and not just... There it is. We'll see if this has anything for us.
The chest before you. You hear a deep rumbling from inside the chest, and a voice emerges. It hisses and clicks, but doesn't make any sense. The chest responds with more hissing.
Yeah, I don't remember. Alright. That's fine. It's not the end of the world. In that case, let's go back to the Lady Vengeance. Melody's already back, so we don't actually need to summon her. Got a bunch of people here, by the way. Hey, Tarquin.
Let me think. Sprinkling of skull dust, vial of dog's drool, dried aleweed, few more odds and ends, and I can get back to the ship.
So here's another divine armored gloves that have armor of frost on them. Oh, uncommon. I haven't seen uncommon in forever. Alright. Anything else that stands out? There's a divine dagger, but we don't need that at all. Not even remotely. But in any case, what we can do is sell all of this. And that. Some of those. Thank you. Hey, Jahan. Okay, Los. Yeah, thank you. Hey, and there goes Jahan. Alright. Hey, there's Han. He probably has the antlers for me or something. Alright, go talk to, go down to the lower level. So down here is... Well, there's supposed to be someone down there. There's actually supposed to be an archer guy. The guy that we ran into in the sawmill. But he's not here. And that bothers me. I mean, he's not plot essential or anything like that. Like, he doesn't have any story, he's literally just a vendor. Could be useful if you want to buy arrows, which I guess we have way too many to begin with. Speaking of... Here, have that. Actually, there's an easy way to do this. Sendelosa, 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 and Sendelosa. Hey, Jahan.
Good to see you again. Marvelous ship you have here. Worthy of a king.
Thanks. Anything else of note? No. Okay. Also, did I forget to sell something? No, I just happen to have the Spear of Foes, which I can't do anything with. Wonder what he makes of Malady.
She intrigues me greatly. I'd say it was brave of her to send Losa after a demon hunter, but bravery implies something to be feared. she's fearless. One eye is sun, one eye is moon. I wonder which half of her nature she yearns will prevail.
Alright, let's go back to... I don't remember what place it would be. Field? So there's a few things I want to check on. We'll check on the Elven camp real quick. Because I would think she would... I thought, what's-her-face would actually come with us. Also, I'm going the wrong direction. I'm just trying to pick up whatever NPCs I can, because they do have quests, usually with the exception of the archer guy. And it could very well be bugs. There are plenty of bugs at this point in the game. Hey, Sahela.
My friend, it fills my soul with peace to be near you.
Alright, you got nothing to say? Alright, in that case, let's go back to here and see if this guy's still here. I could have swore he left. Oh, something exploded. Hey, Fletcher, what's up?
Corbin, the Fletcher you rescued from Roost Anon at the Culwood Mills, sparks to life at the sight of you and breaks into a great grin.
Oh yeah? Oh, I mean, hey, how are you? All settled in myself? Can't tell you how glad I am to be here. And thank you for bringing me.
So no, he's doing the dialogue as if he's on my ship right now. Alright, tell him he's quite welcome here.
I feel it, you know? I really do.
Inspect his wares.
By all means.
Sweet Mercy, it is Constitution, Huntsman, Scoundrel, and Pyrokinetic. Take that. I'll take the knockdown arrow. There's nothing really else I care about. Alright, well, that's a thing that happened, I guess. Alright. So, the only thing I didn't grab was is the fourth pyramid that's hidden on the island, but I don't have locksmithing and I don't care, so it's a win-win, I guess. What sort of rings do I have? Wits and wits. Okay, that's what you have. So there's those. Auto sort. Alright, with all that said and done, the only other thing I could do is I could fill myself up with a bunch of source. You know what? I might as well. Should have did that before I left. I don't really use source ever, but you never know. Maybe someday I'll actually use Dome of Protection. I'm just shocked this session. I'm shocked that I actually used those grenades. Would have been easier if I had just normal magic, but if I had normal magic, I would have the other problem, which would be dealing with the one that's immune to all elements, essentially. Alright, we got all that, so let's go back to Lady Vengeance, and let's go talk to Malady. So we might lose our archer vendor, but that's completely fine. We have plenty of arrows.
A sudden shuffle behind you, and Los's mouth is close to your ear.
Psst. Hey, Chief. I need to have a little chat with old Mouse about something. Mind if I butt in?
Tell her to go right ahead.
There you are, Losa. I've been eager to hear a little update. Did you do as I instructed?
Yeah, about that.
Oh, do tell. This sounds interesting.
That's one word for it, I guess. I met Jahan, and he tried the exorcism, but it didn't work. The demon's still knocking around in there, in here.
Well, leave it to me, Losa. Mama Malady will think of something.
You will?
Of course I will. Surely you know by now you're my favorite.
Really? I didn't think you liked anyone.
I didn't say I liked you, I said you're my favorite. The cherry pit at the top of the rubbish heap, if you will.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
It's the nicest thing I've ever said.
I have never heard that conversation before, and that was amazing.
Jahan
Malady is the
deeply
best.
inhales the sea air and smiles contently.
Inquire after his mission.
My mission has a name. Adramalik. He is the fiend that possesses your friend Losa, but worry not. We'll find him, and we'll undo him. To the city of Arx we must go, where he disguises himself as Dr. Deva.
Yeah, it's like all this build-up to go to Arx, and we're not even going there yet.
Come on, let's keep moving.
So you'd like to talk about what happened during the exorcism.
Didn't work, did it? There's only one thing to do now. I need to ascend. If I can't get this thing out of me, then I'll need to become so powerful it won't be able to control me ever again.
Alright, let's talk about people you've met.
What, this old gaggle of weirdos?
Never mind. Alright. So despite the fact that Malady is here, I have to actually call her from the figurehead of the ship. Well, hopefully Malady doesn't mind teleporting across, from the aft to the whatever the front of the ship is called.
Reaper's Coast lies nearby. When you are ready to sail elsewhere, I shall bring you there.
Say that you know how to reach your next destination, the Nameless Isle, where the Council of the Seven can be found.
The half-breed elf must set our course. Speak with her, and we can leave. I must ask, why do you seek these powers?
Reply that the world is in grave danger, and those powers will enable you to save it.
I can no longer communicate with my fellow ancestor trees. But I know that this nameless isle that you seek is the home of the Mother Tree, first among all of my kind. She intends to spread her roots throughout the whole world and make it her own. I doubt she will want you to gain these powers and stand in her way. Be on your guard.
Alright, so she just gave us some info about how the elves are dicks. There's not really any nice people in this setting. Everyone's a jerk. Alright, Malady.
Aren't you supposed to be off learning how to become the divine and whatnot?
Tell Malady you have bad news. Meister Seva has died.
Her eyes flash with something. Anger perhaps, or fear.
But... never mind. We'd better focus on the task at hand.
She looks straight ahead, ignoring you.
Say you've learned what you set out to learn. You know the way to the Nameless Isle.
Well, aren't you industrious? It seems all the riffraff's back aboard as well. Ready to set sail when you are, Your Holiness.
Tell her everybody's aboard, except probably the archer. You're ready to set sail.
Fantastic. Now, on to the interesting part.
After many adventures, the party finally reached the place where Godwo can go to become divine. But more surprises and difficult choices awaited.
Well, it's nice to sail without teleporting for once. Loading, loading. As always, I apologize if I miss anything. There's plenty of things to miss, and there's also bugs that bug out everything.
Here we are, the Nameless Isle. And here I thought Malady was unimaginative. Still, it's what's on the inside that counts, isn't that right? And this is the place you're meant to become a god. I can't help but wonder exactly what you intend to do with such a power.
Tell her you'll do what needs to be done for the good of the realm.
I have no doubt about that, but do remember, you can do what's good for you, too. All things in balance, you know.
Malady's always thinking of us.
You'll want to hurry now. Divinity is waiting, after all.
Ask her what to expect on the island.
Excellent question. Normally, this place ought only to be known to Godwoken, but judging by the ships burning in the bay, there's been a breach, let's call it. Regardless of who's on the island, all that matters is who ascends. Make sure that's you. The strongest will survive and ascend.
Okay, wait. Before we go any further, there's something I want to ask you.
Ask if it can wait. You're about to enter... Actually, yeah. Tell her to ask away.
Okay, so... Did you hear the one about the pregnant lich?
Tell her to fire away.
She forgot her prophylactory.
Laugh.
You're very generous, thank you. I just want to lighten the mood the smallest of scooches. I mean, we're at the Nameless Isle. One of us is about to ascend to divinity, and we still don't know exactly who. I guess things are about to get, interesting.
Say you guess so. You wish her luck, though.
Same to you, Chief. Same to you. And when push comes to shove, I'll try not to shove too hard.
Thanks, Losa.
Losa looks pale and unfocused. She doesn't meet your eyes.
Ask her if she's alright.
Yes!
Tell her you know her better than that. Is she struggling with the demon?
Oh, no!
Take your leave. Alright. Hey, Jahan. Stop moving.
I can sense the raw powers of the source rippling through the air. The island, yonder. It is doom or destiny.
Ah, there we go. Some divine legs. Constitution, retribution, leadership, and some resistances. We'll take it. It's going to lower our crit more, but that's fine. Okie dokie. Anything else we can buy? Not really. Ask him what's on his mind.
Naught but the demon I'm hunting. A trivial task, really, compared to your current pursuits of divinity.
Jahan takes you by the arm, his voice a whisper.
By the by, do please remember the warning I gave you in the woods. Should Losa come close to divine ascension, you must act. You must kill her.
Yeah. Obviously the concern of a demon possessing, an actual divine body would, cause issues. Alright, some new pants. And auto sort. Okay. If you have the succubus on board, she would have a task for you on this island, but yeah, we didn't have the archer. So that was a weird bug, but that's fine. Not the end of the world. Still sucks though that once again I have the wonderful bugs to deal with. I also can't find what's his face. Oh, he's over here. A few. Definitely don't want to lose Tarquin.
Quite a journey I've found myself on with you. Is this where it ends, I wonder?
Okay, well, nothing of note for that. Ask if he's heard of something called the Eteran.
Try as he might, Tarquin cannot hide a small flash of surprise.
Where did you hear that precisely? Never mind. The Aetiran is a children's fable, nothing more. Supposedly a wand with an infinite capacity for source? Pure nonsense, I assure you.
Remark that the Magisters seem to believe that the Eteran is real. They've been looking for it, in fact.
Really? Well, perhaps that says more about the caliber of their intellect than anything else. Such a device would be a gross overconcentration of power. It could purge the entire world of all source. Luckily, the laws of the universe render such a thing impossible.
Note that the island seems to rife with dangers. Might he be able to offer any advice on how to proceed?
Dangers indeed. You can almost hear the sounds of battle when the wind shifts correctly. And where there's battle, there's bound to be mercenaries. Gleku Duma, the words of the lone wolves. No doubt my former comrades will have them in their employ. Speak their words, and you might pass. Speak their words, and you might pass. Consider it a token of my thanks for the assistance in retrieving anathema.
Also, if you had the succubus on board, she would also give you similar advice for a different situation where you can kind of talk. It essentially gives you a way to talk your way through things. Also, saving those Black Ring guys from the Magisters also gets you an opportunity to avoid a combat. But it's kind of pointless because inevitably you're probably going to end up fighting everybody. Anyway, ask what he meant by his former comrades. Who did he serve?
Pursuit of my interests has led me to fall in with some disreputable company in my time. For a short while, one such group was the Black Ring. I know, not something to be proud of, but they let me do as I wished, so desperate they were for aid after the Death Fog cut them down to size. A fine arrangement, until they started preaching about this God King and his infernal covenant.
He snorts derisively.
The last thing this world needs is another would-be god, and an army of fools willing to follow him.
Ask just what is this covenant?
It's a sop to all the fools who think that someone will grant them power and immortality in return for loyalty. This God King has caused to make war with the Seven, and the Covenant is how he's gathered his army. They become sworn, as it was put to me, bound to serve, die, and be reborn for the God King for as long as he wishes. Then at some ill-defined point in the future, they think they'll be rewarded. You should have seen them all, on their knees worshipping a new tyrant just to spite 7 old ones. I got away from them while I still could. Unfortunately, Dallas was waiting to snatch me.
Order him to tell you what he knows about the God King.
There's a clue in the name. He's a god, or something that wants to be a god. Continue to march to the Seven's beat, and I'm sure you'll find out exactly what he is. They're all the same, you know. Tyrants, liars, carrion birds. The best thing would be for them all to destroy each other and leave the rest of us to live in peace.
Return to other matters. Ask what progress he's made with anathema.
My efforts continue. I must admit it's quite an intricate piece to work with, even for someone like myself. I remain confident of success, though.
Okay, so that takes care of that. Let's jump right in. And here we are, the Nameless Isle. Pretty much it's going to be filled with combat, and more combat. But, much like Fort Joy, there are multiple ways to get to your goal. Our main goal, of course, is to get to the Well of Ascension, or whatever it's called, and go from there. And there's a couple ways to do it. One involves a lengthy puzzle, and the other requires just a lot of, well, exploring and island hopping, I guess you can call it. We'll probably end up doing one. That's the one that's easier, but I'll probably still go and show off where you get everything else, because that's always fun. So yeah, these are not only are they corpses, but they're purged corpses.
These bodies have been purged.
Thank you, Lissa.
Who could have done this?
Which is probably why there are no dead bodies or no spirits around.
Before you stands a shrine of a particularly strange design. As you approach, you feel it hum with a benign power. It seems to pull you in.
So this is our checkpoints for this particular map. Magister's Diary. Speaking of diary, we have probably a bunch of entries to read. We have ascended the mountain, but our path to the council is blocked by a gate that refuses to open. The court is filled with statues of the seven, each with runes of the sun or moon, but I cannot discern their purpose. I will investigate the temples, for I do believe that. That's it. Okay, so all of these have closed, because we've departed of the stuff. Hide and seek. Something about Driftwood's hide and seek apparently is a thing, and all those are gone. Then the Edoran. When asked about the Edoran, Tarkoon scoffed at the notion that such a powerful item could even exist. An artifact that had an unlimited capacity for source could potentially purge the entire world. He was adamant in his belief that its existence was impossible, and seemed to dislike speaking on the subject to an almost suspicious degree. One moment as I wait for my cat to get on my lap. There you go, Kit Kat. I arrived at the Nameless Isle, where the powers of Divinity were said to be kept within the Council of the Seven. Even from the deck of the Lady Vengeance, it was clear that this would be no easy task. The island seemed to be consumed by fighting. I had no choice but to venture forth onto the island, where fierce battles were unfolding for control of the Council of Seven, watched from above by a great volcanic peak that seemed on the verge of erupting. Champions of the Gods Rumia, I have embarked for the Nameless Isle, where I must ascend to Divinity. Firstly, I should seek to enter the Academy, the first part of the Council of the Seven, which ultimately leads to the powers I need. Okay, Nameless Isle. We learned that in order to gain access to the council, we must ascend the mountain and complete some sort of ritual. The means of doing this must be hidden on the island somewhere. Magistrate and paladins lie dead upon the beach. Why were they here, and what could have done this to them? Alright. Let's get going. Oh, there was one spell I should have probably shopped for, and that's Whirlwind. Do I actually know Whirlwind? I do not. Okay. So for those who don't know, Whirlwind's a spell that's also in the first game. It's a spell that's designed around removing terrain, including lava. It's pretty much the only way to get past lava without dying, essentially. But since I don't have that, that might make things a little bit more interesting. But we'll see.
You don't get out much, do you?
So Loso was responding to what Rumia said, which was, you know, I've never seen ruins such as this.
That ring. could they be doing the purging?
The plot thinnens.
The plot thinnens, huh? Holy hand grenades are up there. I like how they give names to some of these dead bodies, because you know, apparently I'm supposed to know who Magister Frowz is. Alright, up ahead you can there's combat happening between Black Ring and Magisters. And I think they force you to pick a side. I'm going to go ahead and say it right here, right now. I'm not taking either side because they're both dicks. Yay for lag. So I don't actually see what's happening over there. That's okay. Right now I'm kind of just doing initial... I'm trying to avoid triggering any events at this point in time. But yeah, down there are, I believe, are Black Ring. So I don't want to mess with them just yet. Also, I'm tired of this oil already, so I'm just going to cast Rain. Get that out of the way. Thank you. Alright. I believe I mentioned island hopping before. This is one of the temples over here, which we might go ahead and do soon. So yeah, bunch of crumpled down stuff all over the place here. By the way, if you're playing as Sybil, you generally want to go over in this area. I keep waving my mouse around as if like thinking that you guys can actually see it. But that's okay. Alright, let's go to the temple. Get that started. Yeah, I mentioned stuff about lava. Let's see if I can find one of those spots. Down here, there's actually spots in the lava where there's actual chests. Apparently I can't find them right now. Oh, I know one's over here somewhere. Yeah, like this one. There's lava all the way through here. So, and getting over there could be difficult. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go hop across.
Part of the Divine Order's fleet by the looks of it. Hellfire must have rained down on them.
Anyway, she's talking about the Divine Order boats down here that just got blasted. There's a bunch of shipwrecks and all that good stuff all over the place. There's a checkpoint, or waypoint rather. And that's really it, so let's go ahead and climb up this.
Temple in the clouds. What holds this aloft?
Before you stands a shrine to Amadia, her solemn face carved of ancient stone.
Breda Amadia.
You remember that the statue of Amadia in the Hollow Marshes healed you, but no words from you can rouse this one to response. Whatever powers the gods once had has weakened indeed.
Examine the statue.
This statue of Amadia seems ancient. Moss blooms from cracks all over the stone, and tears of rain stream from her eyes. A hollow space marks the center of her creased brow.
Place your hand on the shrine and ask for Amadia's blessing.
You feel a presence awaken within the stone. An ancient awareness reaches out to you, swirling through every cell of your body and every mote of your soul. You feel your blood bubble and seethe, as if it is flowing faster through your whole body. Your mind quickens, and you realize that your thoughts and actions are faster than ever before. Then the awareness recedes from you, ebbing back like a tide until you are left completely alone. Alone with your thoughts, alone with the blessing Amadia left you with.
So I'm currently hasted. Alright, well, before we go through this freaking magic death trap stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. Sorry if it was a little bit slower. There was a bunch of stuff to talk to and junk like that, and me fumbling about as usual. I am the Depressed Viewer, and this was Divinity Original Sin 2. See you guys next time.